Gemini, how are you? Gemini, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate your time and your energy and your love. Just all of it. Thank you. And I give it right back to you. So, welcome to your official love reading for February of 2020. I am sorry that I'm a little late with getting these messages out, a lot late. Uh, but we're here now nevertheless. So of course these messages are very much general, so keep that in mind. Also, if the message does resonate to you, then go ahead and make sure you leave a like, a comment, share it. If it doesn't resonate to you, then listen, come back a little later and watch it again, and then see how things may be working out for you. All right. um, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This will be for you. This may also be for the cross watcher of a Gemini here. Okay. So the intention for these messages are for those of you who are already dealing with someone in some sort of situationship or relationship, you know, or some of you who, may be recently separated from this particular person. All right. So as long as you have someone here in your heart and in your mind space, with your intentions on them, this is for you. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull some signs from Spirit. So take a look and see what Spirit is either trying to get you to recognize, maybe what Spirit was trying to get you to recognize, maybe some things that you're already noticing just on your day-to-day. Spirit, thank you so much for allowing us to be here and to see and to understand and interpret the messages here for Gemini as it relates to love in the month of February 2020. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and cut. Our message here is umbrella, shelter. I like that energy. This is a very shielding energy for me whenever I see this card, because honestly, it's like her umbrella's up, but it's not raining, you know? The sun is in fact very much shining. She's trying to shield herself from the sun. Okay? I'm not sensing anything anything bad here. It's like what I'm feeling is like it's just like the way that you feel when this person around, there's like you feel like you're covered. You feel like you have cover. You have a little bit of shelter. You have, you know what I mean? Now listen, for some of you, Gemini, okay, some of you may be feeling like you're being, hidden. Some of you are necessarily like kind of stowing away with someone to maybe either buy your time somewhere else, or, just to kind of get away, like a vacation getaway, really to kind of shelter yourself from the outside. It's kind of ironic or oxymoron if you think about it. But nevertheless, the way that you feel when you're around this person, you just feel protected. You feel covered. You feel like it's, nothing matters. So let's take a look at the energy that really supports the relationship, that drives the relationship forward. Let's take a look at that energy. We're going to use our Twin Flame Oracle. Let's get one more good shuffle. All right, our message is winter. Okay. So Gemini, you may have met this person during the wintertime, during the winter months. All right. Now, you know what? What is this? February? We're in winter now. Okay. So this may be a representation of things that are going on now. Gemini, now it's coming together. What I really feel like is there may have been some sort of like, kind of some sort of hard time that you may have had to deal with. Maybe some sort of like winter moment of life, right? Things were just kind of wearing thin. Things were a little bit cold feeling. The world was expressing cold to you, and not just, in the literal meaning of it being cold outside, but just in the fact of that's just the way the outside world was actually treating you very, very cold. Okay. And so I feel like this person to you is probably someone who provided literal shelter to you. Maybe kind of, maybe let you stay until you got on your feet. Okay, Gemini. Or maybe you were this person, but this person definitely feels very, very generous. I don't feel like you're using this person at all. I just feel like, and I had to say that because, there'll be people that, I'm not saying you're like that, Gemini, but I'm just saying that, there's people. But anyways, I feel very much so that you feel very, 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 very protected from the cold-hearted nature that some people can be, or that the world can be like sometimes. Okay? There's a lot of time spent with this person because of that as well. So they they're kind of, it's like you kind of, even if you have known this person for a long time, like they're really getting to know who Gemini is, and Gemini is at their worst. You know what I mean? Like they may have known you at your best, but it's like, but they're really here to help you while you're at your worst. Okay. But if it's not that deep, then it does feel like, in the literal winter months is when things are really starting to really come together for you guys. So that could have been December, January, February. Or maybe that little piece of March until spring hits in March. But let's go ahead and pull some challenges. We're going to use our twin flame shadows. We're going to take a look at maybe some challenges that could possibly arise, or just maybe, just some sort of sign of, of just what to pay attention to. All right, let's get this last shuffle. All right, our message is pitiful. Pitiful pops up right there, Gemini. Okay, so listen. So what I feel like this is almost like an attack on your self-esteem here, or on someone's self-esteem. All right, someone is feeling like, okay, they've gotten themselves in. Speaking of this low point, this low moment that we've been talking about, or the saying that, someone is kind of going through their winter, right? So like just kind of going through a very cold moment. There's not really, they're feeling like that their hands are tied, that there's not a lot that they can really do. They don't really feel like they have a lot of options. They don't necessarily feel as though they really even have control over over their own existence. And this is kind of deep, or at least over the things that are in their existence. Okay. And so then Gemini, this is where either you or the other person steps in and, just kind of becomes this shelter. Like, I got you, baby. I'm going to protect you. Like, that's how I feel. Okay. But the challenge is that someone really needs to overcome that feeling, because they need to understand, of course, everyone goes through, a lack, or, a moment where, things are just not as warm as you wish they could be. But also understand that, the sun is shining. It's shining, and it is going to shine. And there's going to be somewhere, it's going to shine so brightly, someone's going to have to protect you from the sun. Maybe the sun is about to shine so brightly on you. And because you've been in such a very winter state, since you've been in such a very, maybe even isolated state, a dark state, it's like you're going to have to walk around with an umbrella, just so that you don't burn yourself on all these good, warm blessings coming down. Someone's protecting you from that. but walking with you at the same time. Let's go ahead and pull some twin flame messages. Let's take a look at some things that are being said, things that need to be said, things that have been said. All right, our message. Oh, it's easy to just stay away right now. Okay, Gemini. I see there's almost like a conflict here. Okay, you may be having some sort of like internal conflict. Really, this is in Gemini. This may be you, or this may be your cross watcher, whoever is here for Gemini. But there may be some sort of there may be some sort of feeling like, okay, since I can't do anything, since I'm so down and out, since I'm so pitiful, it's like there's a need that you feel like you want to isolate yourself. Okay, but the other person is really trying to come in and just really warm things up for you and just really say, like, you don't need to isolate yourself. I'm here to protect you. Okay, Gemini. So it's kind of like you got that going on. It's like you have someone here that really wants to protect you and shield you from, the elements. And they want to kind of usher in, a very warm and inviting energy. But Gemini, there's just that other person here in the relationship that's really just feeling like they just need to just break away. Just so that, honestly, it's like almost so that they don't even feel like they have to be a downer. Okay? But let's go ahead and pull some tarot. Yeah, I really feel like this just really surrounds matters of like self-esteem. Like Gemini, like you may, you know, and I say you, realizing the energy can go either way, but someone is putting the other person in a position to where like they've never felt this good before. They've never felt this warm. They've never felt, that someone really had their back, to protect their back. Like nobody's really had that, or that particular person has never had that. But within this matter, though, at the same time, it's just like they just feel as though, you know what, I'm just going through way too much stuff. You can't possibly protect me from all of this. So let me just go ahead and just separate myself. Like this person wants to kind of separate themselves, almost like they're, okay, this is funny. It's not funny, but I finally put it together how I need to say it. One person is like, I see all of the stuff that you're going through and I'm here to protect you. I'm here to shelter you from it. The other person is saying, don't you see all the stuff I'm going through? How can you protect me? You can't possibly protect me. You know what I mean? That's the feeling here that I'm getting. So this may be very well much of the conversations that you guys are going to be having in February. I feel like it may lead through March as well. Let's go ahead and get one more shuffle and then pull tarot. Yep. Oh, okay. Well, these cards definitely wanted to come out. So we have the Princess of Wands. The Temperance card. The Sun. The Queen of Cups. And then lastly, we have the Nine of Swords. So listen, the Sun card in the middle is definitely telling me that Gemini, or whoever's here for Gemini, whoever this message is for, like you're basically right up against yourself here. You're right up against being in the know about everything. Everything is being pulled to the forefront. Everything is being shown. Everything is being revealed. Okay? And listen, the energy here with the Princess of Wands in the Temperance card here. So this person that you're dealing with, it could possibly be a fire sign or someone who has fire in their chart. It could be a Leo here with the Sun card out. But they are trying to give you some sort of positive reinforcements here. They are trying to give you some sort of positive reinforcements. They're trying to give you, you know, with this Temperance energy, it's like they're trying to kind of they're kind of trying to balance all of the negative that you've experienced, all of the negative that you have going on in your mind, everything that you're being confronted with. And I do feel like the Sun card here is more like a confrontation with yourself. Okay. Like that's what I feel. It's like things about yourself have been revealed to yourself. Okay. And you possibly could be going down a negative path, but they're here trying to keep it positive for you. Someone is here trying to keep it positive. Someone here is trying to meet, someone here is trying to really trying to really manage your emotions. They may not even always get it right. They may not because it is the Princess of Wands there, which is like the Page of Wands. So this may be new territory for them, but at the same time they want to be there. They want, and they have the capability, you know, they have the energy, like they want to be there for you here. But with the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Swords, the energy that I get here, that I'm feeling for you, especially as it comes off over here on this side, is the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Swords. So there's just a little danger here, Gemini, where someone is not opening up with their emotions, because with this Queen of Cups, on every other card, with the Queen of Cups, every other cup card, the cup is open. You can see the water, or either the water is spilling out. But the Queen of Cups is the only cup where she actually has her lid on it. So she's guarding her emotions here. She knows very much how she feels, but she is guarding them. But it's killing her. Okay, it's killing her on the inside with that nine of swords. So someone is feeling very, very, very conflicted about their emotions. All right. But I do feel like whoever that is that's feeling conflicted about their emotions is the same person who's actually in the relationship that is kind of going through this season, okay, where things are just, because winter is a season. So you're kind of going through this season where, you know, you may be experiencing a lack. You may not necessarily know, you know, where your next whatever is going to come from, but there is someone here, and the person that you're involved with or was involved with, this person either is or was trying to help manage your emotions, and they were trying to help be this warmth to you so that you didn't have to necessarily feel alone. Okay, they may have even tried to offer you some resources here that would either shelter you physically or shelter you from, you know, going through some other sort of circumstance here. Card at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. So what I'm feeling there, oh, this is good energy. This is good energy, because with the card at the bottom of the deck, what I'm really feeling like with that Ace of Wands is I'm feeling like I feel like there may be another chance. There may be you may be getting spirit may be trying to give you like another whack at it, okay? Or spirit is trying to give you, you know, just, you know, trying to cut you a break here with something, because there is a particular opportunity here with the Ace of Wands, and it is under the deck. So this really could be you know, you reflecting, Gemini, or someone reflecting on how, you know, they were able to really overcome some sort of adversity or some sort of winter moment in their life. Gemini, this may even be the person who is trying to extend, this may be even this Princess of Wands here trying to extend an opportunity to someone, extend, you know, again, just be that resource, that shelter, that light to them, okay? This is really good energy. Let's go ahead and pull from the Romance Angels just to get some additional advice for Gemini. Let's get one more shuffle. All right, Spirit, thanks so much for the messages that you provided for us. Please allow us to see any additional advice here for Gemini for the month of February 2020 for love. All right. Ooh. So the card that popped out was engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy, because this is really saying that for a lot of you, you know, you're about to take things to the next level with this particular person. And they're so there. They're so ready. They so want to take things to the next level with you. Okay. That's what that Ace of Wands is. Okay. This is probably, that Ace of Wands is probably some sort of proposition, or maybe even a proposal. If you want to think about it like that, it could also be a proposal. And that, well, okay, yeah, I understand. So that proposal, what that ends up doing is, you know, as much as the other person wants to accept, at the same time, they're like, okay, but, you know, they're thinking of, you know, it may have come at a time where they were thinking like, you know, the relationship couldn't, you know, go any further. But then here you are, here the other person is to offer this warmth, and they're like, oh yeah, and they're reminded, you know, that what they're going through is just a season. So Gemini, this is beautiful energy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. I love it. Let me know how this is working out in the comment box for you. These will be your messages. Thanks so much for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, the comments. Like, oh my God, yes, keep the comments coming. Like, I love it. If you'd like to book a personal reading, just email me at LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com. And everything that you need to know will be in the description box below. All right. So with that being said, I hope you guys take care. Have a beautiful February. Happy Valentine's Day. Looks like it will be a great Valentine's Day. And bye.